Hello friends, I am Dr. Shailesh Kaushal, Department of Business Administration, University of Lucknow, Lucknow. So today I am taking the case study of exploratory factor analysis. So the case study is National Company is a book publishing company. Each data set is assumed to be based on survey of national customers completed by personal interview. The primary database consisting of 120 observations on 20 questions is based on market segmentation study of national customers. National book, they sells books to two market segment, one education institutions and booksellers. The information was perception of national's performance on 15 attributes, respondent education institutions and booksellers buying from national, and they rated national on each 15 question using 0 to 10 scale. It means, so we have taken 15 perception based questions, and here we 14 perception based question, and we want to implement exploratory factor analysis. Okay, so all the questions have 11 options. The respondent can give choice between 0 to 10. Okay, my first question is perception based question. National company uses online services. So the respondent had choice between 0 to 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And a respondent can give rating between 2 and 3 also, means 2.3, they can give 4.7 also. Near to 0 it means poor condition, near to 1 means they think the excellent condition. So all the 14 questions this interval type questions. Okay, now I am showing you my data set. So this is my data set. You can see the questions. The question 1, a national company uses online services. Question 2, this company provide e-materials to the teachers, then paper quality of the book is good. So all the questions are related to the perception. So the respondent 1, option for question 1 4.2, second question 2.6, near to 0 means poor rating, and near to 10 means good rating. Okay, so the total number of respondent 120 in our study. So before applying the exploratory factor analysis, we check all the variables should be significantly related. So through correlation we can do it, like analyze and then the correlation bivariate, and simultaneously I am selecting all the 14 perception based questions and transferring here. Okay, and then options, nothing to do, bootstrap nothing to do, only directly I am clicking OK, and this is the result. Now in each, so there are 14 column and 14 rows. It's a symmetric matrix. So there are two symmetric matrix, one is lower triangular matrix and another upper triangular matrix. Okay, so I am taking lower triangular matrix. In each column there should be some star. So we can see here, we want to know whether the particular variable significantly related or not. So here this is 2 star, you can see 0.422, and in this second column minus 0.278, the star you can see here. The 1 star may be, and more than 1 star also desirable, but at least 1 star should be there in each column. Here star, in this column either you can see star, we can see here, and but here there is star, no star here, no star, and here. So we can see here there are two questions 12 and 3, there is no star. So these two questions not related to our study. So what should we do? Again, after removing the two questions, again we will conduct the correlation, the analyze question number 12 and 13 not desirable for our study. So I am deleting both the variables 12 and 13 and again conducting the this. Now again, so there is a star here, a star in second column. Again we will find a star in each column. Here star, 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 star. Yes, but there is I think no star here. The question number 11. Okay, so we will remove question number 11 also and then check the correlation again. Question number 11, I am removing correlate, means these questions are not desirable for our study, and then OK. And after OK, the star here, first column, second column, third column, and so in each column we can see the star, because here star. Now I am applying the exploratory factor analysis, analyze dimension reduction factor, and select. I have removed question number 11, 12 and 13. So 10 question here and another question number 14. So I am taking 11 question, and then descriptive, univariate descriptive, coefficient I am taking, KMO, anti-image, and then continue. Okay, and then OK. After OK, the first table, that is descriptive statistics, mean and standard deviation, and the second correlation matrix. Now we check the KMO and Bartlett test. So what is the value here? 0.635. So 0.635, it should be greater than 0.5. Okay, so it is desirable. Now we see the anti-image correlation matrix. Anti-image correlation means when we see the correlation of two variables, it should be high, either positive or negative. And anti-image correlation means it's a mirror image. If two variables correlation is high, its anti-image correlation will be low. Okay, and all the anti-image correlation value should be near to 0. So you can see at minus 0.012, minus 0.08. So the data is good. Now in this matrix, we take the principal diagonal and we check all the values of the measures of sampling adequacy should be greater than 0.5. So here I am checking the values. So the values are it is greater than 0.5, 0.642. It is in cap you can see the A. It is greater than 0.5, 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 but it is not greater than 0.5. So we will remove this variable. It is not good for our study. So only we will retain 10 variables. So I am removing the variable number 14. So the output, this is the 14 variable, 0.336. It is very low. It should be greater than 0.5. So I am removing this variable. Again I am conducting exploratory factor analysis, analyze dimension reduction factor, and removing the variable number 14, and then descriptive statistics, nothing to do, already I have ticked here. Univariate descriptive, initial, solution, coefficient, KMO and anti-image correlation. And then continue. Extraction, I am using here principal component analysis by default, and I am ticking here scree plot because it will tell us how many factor we should retain in our study, and by default it is set eigenvalue 1, and then continue. And after that, rotation, I am using here Varimax rotation, so I have ticked here Varimax rotation, and then continue. And then scores, I don't need to save any score right now. And then options, so I am not using right now, but in next step I will use this also. Okay, and then continue, and after continue, okay. This is the result. This one is descriptive statistics. It means question number 1, the mean value of this is 3.696. okay, it means the people think that national company online services are not good. Okay, so value near to 10 means excellent, and value near to 0 poor. Okay, now we check the value of KMO. Its value 0.658, 0.65. It should be greater than 0.5, so it is good, there is no problem. Then we check anti-image correlation matrix. All the values in the principal diagonal should be greater than 0.5. So I am checking all the value of measures of sampling adequacy value. So it is greater than 0.5, greater than 0.5, greater than 0.5, greater than 0.5, greater than 0.5. So all the 10 variables, the measures of sampling adequacy greater than 0.5. So there is no issue. Okay, the data is good. Now the extraction communities. What is communities? I told you communities, these are the three, these are component matrix. So if I draw the one column, so this is the this is communality. How can we get this? Square of this value, square of this value, square of this value, and add. So we will get the value of communality of variable 1. Communality means it's a variance. Okay, this particular variable is vary this. Okay, and then square of this, square of this, square of this, and then add. Then we will get the communities. So we do not need to find manually because the SPSS given us here in this table. These are the value of communities 0.7. So all the values should be greater than 0.5, but here I can see here it is very less, 0.19. So in this stage I am not removing this. Okay, now the total variance explained. What does it mean? So there are three things here. One is initial eigenvalue. It is same as all the three values. You can see here these three values are same here. Okay, this is unrotated. There are two factor matrix. One is unrotated and another is rotated matrix. Okay, the value is different, but overall variance is same, like 66.8. So sorry, 65.007, 65.007, 60. So overall variance is same, but the each variable variance is different eigenvalue. Okay, now what does it mean? So this is the eigenvalue, basically 2.729. How can we get it? So we will get this value from the unrotated matrix. So this is my unrotated matrix. So when I square of this value, means this factor loading is square, and then plus this factor loading is square, plus this factor loading is square, plus this factor loading is square, and then add. We square each factor loading and then sum. then we will get the value of eigen value. Okay, so same as we can get eigen value from the rotated matrix also. This eigen value means square of this, square of this. If we horizontally square and add, then we obtain cumulativity. If we square vertically, we obtain the eigenvalue. This is initial eigenvalue, you can see here. So 2.729 and the variance is 27.829. Same, okay, because when we divide this number of traces, these are the variables. So 2.729 and divided by 10 and into 100, so we will get the 27.289%. Okay, and then we add this, so we will get cumulative frequency. Again add this. So the method is how many factor we should retain. So we decide on the basis of variance. This should be greater than 60%. So here the variance value is 65.07. It means there are three variables, three factors we should retain in our study. And the second criteria, that is the scree plot. So through scree plot we can decide the number of factors. This is the scree plot. I'm double clicking this, and then element options, y-axis here 1.5, I am changing it 1, and then apply, and then close, and then this. So it is very less, it is more or less 1. Okay, but it is, so this value is point, you can see the value of this 2.729. This means this is the 2.7. Second is 2.4. It is below the 2.5. This is the 2.4. Third value 1.3. This is the 1.3. And fourth value not exactly 1.990. So it is just here 0.99. Okay, so this is the second criteria. Through scree plot we decide how many factors we should retain. So there are three factors we should retain, the component 1, 2, 3. Okay, now the meaning of unrotated component matrix. This is unrotated component matrix. So it's a factor matrix. Basically we want this particular variable should give high value either under factor 1, factor 2, factor 3. So here the value is 0.760, but it is giving high value in factor 3 also, which is not desirable for our study. Okay, same as the factor, I can see here there is again problem. If one variable giving high value under 2 factor, it's problem of cross loading. Okay, because our aim is to get high value in one factor and low value other factor. So here again it's a problem of cross loading. So because here you can see, so there is a problem of cross loading. That is why we rotate our factor matrix. So again I can show you the graph. If this variable v1 give high value here 0.8 and here 0.7, so that is why we rotate the factor matrix. So it will give the high value here 0.8 something and low value 0.12 or something. So that is why we use factor rotation, and it reduce the cross loading problem. Okay, now you can see here cross rotated factor matrix. So through rotated factor matrix we can see here it is giving high value here and low value other component. High value here, low value here, not desirable. High value here, and again it is giving high value, low value, high value. So high value here, this is high value, but it is cross loading problem, creating the problem cross loading. So we should remove this type of variable. So and then it is high. Okay, so this is high value. So we take the variables like in the v1, v2, v3 and so on, f1, f2, this is factor matrix. So and we can take ascending order, means highest value we put here, then second highest, third highest, same as first highest, second highest value and third. Okay, so we can write this, and we can suppress all the values less than 0.6. okay, so I am again performing it, and this variable I am again performing factor analysis. Analyze dimension reduction factor, the one variable, this descriptive statistics, nothing to do here. Extraction, nothing to do, already we have selected. Rotation, so only options, the sorted by size and suppressed small. So I am writing here, I need greater than 0.6 value, 0.6, the value greater than 0.6, and then continue, and then okay. Now I obtain the this. Okay, now you can see here there are three values here, only one value here. But if I reduce the 0.6 to 0.5, then we can get two values here also. Okay, so it depend on the sample size. If our sample size is high, then we can take less value here also. So now question is how to interpret this result. So the interpretation of this result, through this we can interpret. This is my estimated value. Now we can see here, so the values, there are this. So the less values means the less than the 0.6 value, delete. So now there are three value, we can club these three value and give the name. Okay, this is the purpose of factor analysis, and we club all the three variables and give the name. We club all the three variables and give the name. So the naming is, now the next step is, it's a data reduction. We reduce the large, earlier we have taken 14. So in this factor matrix you can see only 9 variables. So 4 variable deleted from the study. Okay, and then how to give the name. This is the criteria giving the name. So the three variables we can see here, x4, x11 and x10 under this factor. So we have given the name of this factor customer service, and the another three variables under this factor we given the name of marketing, because sense. So these are the underlying factors: customer service, marketing and product. So on the basis of these variables we can give the name. So there are two purposes. One is data summarization, and second purpose is data reduction. So this is the purpose of exploratory factor analysis. Summarization means when we give the name. So this is the summarization of data, means label the factor, and data reduction means we are reducing 14 variables to 9. So this is the purpose of factor analysis. Now the next we can use further these variables. Now we have the factor 1, factor 2, factor 3. Okay, and more factor may have. like factor 4, factor 5, factor 6. Now further we can use these factor in dependence technique. Okay, for example, customer service. So I can use it for male and female also, like one variable is this and this is independent variable, non metric data, and this is dependent variable, customer metric data, that is customer service. So we can divide female and male, and we can develop a hypothesis also. So there is no significant difference between getting services by male and female. Here I can write alternate hypothesis. No, there is a significant difference getting services by customer service by male and female. So further these variable can be used in independent t-test, paired t-test, ANOVA, and regression analysis and discriminant analysis. Further we can use these factors in different dependence technique. Okay, so thank you very much.